Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to toy-polloi. It's Sunday the 26th of March 2017 and it's a beautiful sunny spring morning here in Somerset, and what's best to do on a day like this than go into a cold dark hall and hunt for vintage toys. So let's go and see what we can find today. And I'm back in the car after about an hour and a half. It started out looking like a pretty disappointing toy fair, but with enough sort of hunting and searching in boxes, I actually found some pretty good stuff. It turned out to be a pretty good toy fair. There was a lot of little bits to find if you had the patience to search for them. So that's it for another day at the Bath and West Toy Fair. I'm going to go back to toy-polloi and I'll show you what I've got. And here we are back at toy-polloi. So here are a small selection of the little figures that I picked up today at the toy fair. As you can see, I picked up a couple of Star Wars figures. Neither of these are in massively good condition, but I don't mind having a few beaters to use for sort of dioramas and that. So here is an Endor Leia. She's got a little rub on the top of her head, but the rest of the figure is okay, just needs a good clean. So she'll be quite good for a little bit of a diorama building thing that I want to work on. I also picked up another Emperor's Royal Guard. If you have watched my recent videos, you'll have seen that I made a replacement cape for Emperor's Royal Guard. So picking this guy up, I think he was £2, £3, and I hope with a bit of fiddling I'll break that head off and we can make a replacement cape for him. So he's pretty good addition there. I'm going to add him to my Imperial Army. Now the next one, if I can get that guy to stand up, is a bit of an odd figure. I've seen these around for years and I've never really worked out what they were, and then I remembered they are from the toy line Robotics, where you had a big sort of kit, a little bit like Meccano, and each of these sets came with a figure. So I picked this guy up. Again, he was only a couple of quid. It's a little bit of an odd one. Let me see on the back, it says 1985, so a pretty old figure, but he's got quite a cool little visor that flips up. And as you can see, these are sort of roughly the same size as Star Wars figures. There are a few different ones of these, but this is the first one I've actually managed to find recently. I think I might try and get the rest of them because they do look quite cool in sort of a space way. Then I picked up a Transformer Action Master. Now this is a Devastator. It's just a little sort of action figure version of the larger robot. These were released sort of mid to late 80s, I think, and they're fairly common to find, but I do like Devastator, so I thought I'd just grab him. He's got a little bit of paint wear on him and the sticker needs replacing, but overall pretty good figure. I think again that was like £3, something like that, £3-4. And then the final thing is a die-cast X-Wing. You don't see these particularly often at the moment. They are sort of, as with all Star Wars, they're getting harder to find. People are purchasing them and sort of adding them to their collections, and so you just don't see them. This was £5. It's missing the canopy, which is again often the case, but everything is there. The wings open quite nicely and close quite nicely. So for £5 I was pretty pleased with that. Little bit beaten up, but certainly not bad for a fiver. Let's move on to the bigger items. And here we have the bigger items, which is of course Action Man. Now I picked these up from a guy that I buy from regularly. You can check out his Facebook page, which is Toy Planet UK. I'll put a link to that in the description. I quite often buy stuff from him. He's got a very large collection of Action Man bits always, and the prices are pretty reasonable. These were some sort of not top end figures. They were a little bit beaten and a bit rough around the edges. The two Action Men on either side, there's an eagle-eyed one and a normal sort of flocked version there on the right. Those were £15 each, and then Atomic Man in the middle was 10 quid. He's not in amazing condition. He's a little bit sort of rough around the edges, as they often are, but I do quite like Atomic Man, and you'll see a restoration of this guy coming fairly soon on this channel, as I've just filmed that. But for £10 he was pretty good. I also managed to pick up a couple of little bits to go to my SAS outfit, which I'm trying to build. I think I paid £3 for both of these pieces, so again, not a great deal of money, but worth getting. So I'm pretty pleased with everything I found today. The toy fair wasn't the biggest that it's ever been. It was actually, I would say, about 2/3 the normal size, but it's the last one before the summer. There's not another one now till October, so I guess a lot of traders didn't bother to go to this one, but it's still worth going. I had spent about an hour and a half there, met a few people and said hello to some people who recognised me, so that's nice. Always nice to meet some new toy-polloi followers. And as I've done in my previous videos, you'll be able to watch more footage of the toy fair after I finish speaking. And again, a big thanks to Dan Tootle, who has supplied the music to go over these videos, so thanks again to him, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow toy-polloi on Twitter and Facebook.